Welcome back, everybody. Sive Morten is here with the Forex Peace Army.com. So let's take a look what's going on the cryptocurrencies, because yesterday it was a lot of euphoria, screaming on the performance, celebration that finally we've got this great action back to the 70. So everything is changing, and actually investors were very happy. But if we take a look carefully at what we see, I would say that it's not yet the one thing that we are watching for. Then there are a few reasons of that. First, starting with this pattern, purely technically, we do not see the completion of the big target. And it's always the source of the risk. Yes, sometimes markets ignore the big targets and turning up prior to reaching it, but in majority of cases, market is trying to complete the major target if it stands very close. Second moment is that the targets that are not completed, it's always the risk factor. And if you intend to take some investment position on a Bitcoin that you intend to hold for long term, you will have to place your stop initially below this area. Just do not be occasionally washed out from the market right in the moment where you should take the position. This is the first thing. Second, why I think that maybe it's not yet the reversal is just because where market should do with where it should put the existing momentum. So it has to do something with it. It's not faded yet. This is a bearish momentum. And this upward action here, well, it will be with some unfaded momentum. So first, it should somehow to fade it with a small swing down, with a slow down of action when the momentum starts fading, and then it will be ready for upward action. Immediate performance to the upside in kind of the V bottom reversal possible, but it has to have some background. So news, important events, or something like this. Currently, I do not know what really has happened recently that could actually trigger this immediate upward rally. Finally, by taking a look at the very short-term picture, if we take a look once again on the 4-day frame chart, market hasn't broken yet the lower lowest performance, and actually it even hasn't broken out the triangle. So it still stands inside of this pattern, which doesn't let us to say that indeed we are getting something new. Breakout has happened, be prepared for a rally. It's not the case yet. So here's the one thing that we could do is just to reshape the butterfly. So if previously this butterfly was based on these swings, currently with the new swings, and actually we could just change the shape a bit of the pattern, because all swing stands inside of this initial XA swing, which means that no impact on the big picture has happened yet. So yes, I understand that this was really good performance, solid bounce from the 62 up to the 70. It's almost 15% in the moment of the performance, but it currently makes no impact on the overall picture, and it's not, better to say, it's not enough to change the background, change the context into bullish. And that market really is changing the direction. It's not yet probably, but I agree that in general an area around 60, 55, as we said in our monthly report that we have prepared just recently, when we take a look at the current situation, what is happening, what's going on, what the sentiment, what to expect on the market, we agree that this is an area, our best area probably for making decision on a long-term investment in the Bitcoin. But currently at this point it's not enough. What particular we could keep an eye on, and what more confirmation we could get. For instance, if we take a look at the hourly chart, you could see that our initial hand shoulders worked nice, we mentioned last time. And here the one of the opportunities that we could keep an eye on, it might be bigger head and shoulders. So if we will get this one with a retracement down somewhere to the 66, 65 area, where a right arm might be formed, and we will see that indeed here we could take the position. Market starts forming big pattern. That could mean something by the two reasons. First of all, as a result of this hand and shoulders will be outside of the triangle. So at least we will get the breakout. It's very difficult to say how long it will last, whether this will be real reversal or not, but at least it will be something bullish. The first moment. Second moment, the right arm and reversal inside of the triangle will give you early sign of the bullish breakout, because you know that inside of the triangles, if market turns in opposite direction prior reaching of the opposite border, it will always suggest the signal. So it suggests that this, in our case, it will be bullish signal. So market is moving down prior to reaching of the bottom. It turns up in the middle of the triangle and move higher. It sends you the bullish signal. So that's the thing that bulls could control and could consider in the current moment. After that, if indeed this will be sometimes with this kind of action, it will be already some consequences of the bullish patterns. So first, starting from the bottom, hand shoulders, now a bigger hand and shoulders, triangle breakout. So here we could compounding in some context, and maybe later we could get even greater, this third head and shoulders to the upside, kind of the reversal. Head and shoulders, by the way, are very often forming some nested doll, starting from the very small, then rising to the bigger, and I saw it many times. It happens on the market. So that at least might be something. But for now, I am not ready to say that the bearish context is destroyed. This market is ready to go up, but it doesn't mean that we should ignore the potential bullish patterns that may be formed and do not trade it. So I call to not fall in euphoria, but keep an eye on the possible big and short patterns that we just described, and if we will get it, I do not see any reasons to ignore it.